Hello and welcome. Bree here. Today we're just going to go through a daily yoga flow that you can do at any point of the day just to find some movement in the body and reconnect with the breath. So let's get started in a seated position. Welcome to cross the legs or find any seat that's comfortable for you. And just allow the eyes to close down or soften the gaze. Sitting up tall, finding length in the spine as you relax the shoulders down. And we'll just stay here for 5 breaths, just allowing ourselves to arrive and settle in. Maybe hands are resting on the knees. And just finding your breath here. Meeting yourself wherever you are. And maybe taking this time to set an intention for your practice. And taking one more full round of breath here. And then you're welcome to keep the eyes closed or open them, and we'll move into a twist. So bringing left hand to right knee, right fingertips plant behind for support. And then maybe dropping right ear towards the right shoulder. So not only finding a twist, but also some opening on the left side of the neck. And just pausing here for a breath. And on your next inhale, we'll lift the head up to center, come back through center, and then go over to the other side. So right hand to left knee, left fingertips plant, roll the shoulders down and back, find some opening in the chest. An option to drop left ear towards the left shoulder. Sending the breath to the right side of the neck. Create some more space. Breathing in through the nose. And exhale out through the nose or mouth. And on your next inhale, lifting the head back up and releasing yourself back to center. Inhale, the arms go wide, reaching up overhead. And then exhale, plant the right hand down. Left fingertips reach over towards the right. So finding a lateral stretch here. Option to keep the hand on the ground, or maybe if it's in your practice today, dropping down onto the forearm. Wherever you are, wanting to make sure that both hips are staying grounded towards the floor. Good. Pause and hold for a breath, breathing into the left side of the body, feeling some expansion and a softening as you exhale. On your next inhale, float yourself up and we'll plant the left hand down, right fingertips reach over towards the left. And again, your choice, either staying up on the hand or dropping down onto the forearm. Meeting your body today and what's available. Finding a steady breath. And on your next inhale, come back up through center. Plant the hands behind you and then feet plant in front, and then just drop the knees from side to side. Starting to wake up the hips, the lower half of the body. Good. And then after your next round, we'll meet in a tabletop position. So coming on to all fours, spreading the fingers wide, and just coming into some full body circles here, warming up the wrists, starting in a clockwise motion, going 3 or 4 times. And then reversing, going counterclockwise, shifting your weight around. Keeping a steady breath. Good. And then after your next rotation, we'll meet in a neutral tabletop position. And then go ahead and circle the right knee out away from you. Again, maybe doing this 3 or 4 times. And then going in the opposite direction, circling the knee in towards you. And then we'll sweep the right foot out and kind of walk it up towards the top of the mat. Hands frame the foot, and we'll make our way into Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So inhale, press down through the front foot and lift yourself up, fingertips reaching up towards the sky. Spine is long. Exhale, release the hands back down to the ground. Shift the hips back and find half splits. Lengthening that front leg. And this time, let's drop the chin towards the chest. So finding some length in the back of the neck. Maybe pulling back on that right hip crease to see if that changes the sensation. Foot is flexed. And then on your next inhale, begin to bend the knee, and then we'll sweep that right leg back to meet the left, and we'll do that on our other side. So hands firmly planted, begin to lift the left knee and start circling it away from you about 3 or 4 times. Waking up the hip, and then reversing the direction, circling it in towards you. And then we'll go ahead and sweep the right leg, walking the foot in between the hands, and find low lunge on our other side. Inhale, press down through the front foot as we stack the spine, arms reach up. Low lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, sprinkle the fingertips down to frame the foot as you shift the hips back, lengthening that front leg. Foot is flexed. And then release the head down, chin towards the chest. Relax the neck. Maybe pulling back on the left hip crease. Breathing into the stretch of the hamstring. Good. Inhale, bend the front knee, and we'll sweep that left leg back to meet the right. And go ahead and tuck the toes under, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So pedaling out here, feeling into the back of the legs, strengthen the arms, and letting the head release down. And then dropping both heels down towards the ground, taking a pause here in stillness and down dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, sigh it out. Gaze up at the hands and step up
to meet the hands at the top of the mat in a forward fold. Keep a nice juicy bend in the knees as you fold forward. This may be the first time in a forward fold today, so be easy. And then we'll deeply bend the knees, sink the hips down as we inhale, press all the way up, meeting in Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms go wide overhead. And then exhale, heart led as you fold forward. Let it go. Inhale, halfway lift the chest. And then step back with the right foot. Back knee plants, right hand plants. Open up into a low lunge twist. So left fingertips reaching up towards the sky, drawing the shoulder blades together. Finding opening in the chest. Option to lift that back knee. And finding your breath. And release the left hand down to frame the foot and meet in runner's lunge. Maybe finding a rock forward and back. And then pausing in runner's lunge, plant the back heel down and we'll windmill the arms open into warrior two. Relax the shoulders down, arms reach long, gazing past the left fingertips. Flip the front palm, inhale, reverse warrior. Reaching out of that left hip. Full breath here. Exhale, come back to warrior two. And then begin to lengthen that front leg. Shift the hips back as the left arm reaches forward, and we'll find Trikonasana, triangle pose. So left hand can fall to wherever is available in the body today. Maybe it's here, on the shin, or the ground. Option to always find a block. Right fingertips reach high, and spiral the chest open. Slowing down the breath. And then on your next exhale, begin to bend that front knee. Rotate yourself towards the top of the mat. So turning, and then we'll step back into plank. Holding here. Always the option to drop down to the knees. So inhale, press the ground away. And then we'll either move through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, your choice. Rolling forward, slowly lowering yourself down and finding cobra or up dog. Lifting the chest, inhale big. And then exhale, release down and press back, downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Gaze up at the hands, either step or hop to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Press down through the feet as you inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. And then exhale, chest led as you fold down. Inhale, lift the chest, find length. And then step the left foot back and then slowly lower that back knee down. Left hand stays planted on the inside of the foot as you rotate open towards the right into a low lunge twist. Opening up the chest. Finding a slow, steady breath. Option to lift that back knee. And then release the right hand to frame the foot, turning towards the top of the mat into a runner's lunge. Maybe rocking back and forth. And then we'll plant that back heel, windmill the arms open, warrior two. Arms reach long, shoulders relax down, gazing past the right fingertips. And then flip the front palm, inhale, reverse warrior. Big deep breath into the right side of the body. And then exhale, coming back through warrior two. And then we'll lengthen that front leg, hips go back as the right arm reaches forward. And then let that hand fall to what's available to you today. Left arm reaches up overhead. And holding here for a couple rounds of breath. And then on your next exhale, begin to bend that front knee, plant the hands to frame the foot, step back, plank pose. Inhale, press the ground away, strong core, option to drop to the knees, and then we'll slowly lower ourselves down, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, and finding cobra or up dog. Inhale here. And up dog, thighs are up off the ground, upper body strength here. Exhale, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Breathe in fully. Exhale completely. Good. And then this time we'll bend the knees and drop down into tabletop, and then send the hips back, child's pose. Reaching arms long out in front, resting the head down. And once more, slowing down the breath. Begin to walk your hands over towards the left. Maybe right hand stacks on top of the left. And find a side body stretch here in child's pose. And then walk the hands through center over towards the right. Maybe left hand stacks on top. And then bringing the hands back to center. And then walk the hands back towards the body as you stack the spine and sit up on the shins. Meeting in a seated position, maybe eyes are closed, hands can be resting in the lap. And we'll finish with a short meditation. So if sitting on the shins is uncomfortable, you're welcome to find a seat that feels sustainable in your body. Just rolling the shoulders down and back, broadening the chest. And then bringing your attention to the space in between the eyebrows, the seat of our awareness. And just begin to take 3 deep rounds of breath, really drawing your attention towards the space in between the eyebrows. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through either the nose or the mouth. One more closing breath. And when you're ready, you can begin to open the eyes and draw the attention back outward. Thank you so much for your time and energy today. I hope you enjoyed this practice and you can carry this energy and maybe the intention that you set for your practice into the rest of your day. I'll see you next time somewhere on your mat. Namaste.